morning, students. Today we are going to learn about a three-tier data warehouse architecture. So in this three-tier data warehouse architecture, we are having three layers. The name itself having the meaning. The data warehouse architecture is of three types. So the three tiers are bottom tier is represented as data warehouse server, middle tier is represented as OLAP server, and top tier is represented as front end tools. So you people know what is the meaning of data warehouse and what is the use of data warehouse. So here now in detail you are going to learn about how this data is going to be stored in the data warehouse, and internally we can see what are the different levels that we are having and how the architecture is going to be. So let us start from the bottom tier onwards. So here, see here in the screen you can see there are different databases. These are the different databases what we are having. Different means I am having different n number of databases are there, and we are having external sources also. All this is nothing but we are having collection of data from different sources like databases, flat files, external sources. All these are the different areas from where we have collected the data and stored in this database. Now this data is directly not going to be used for to store in the data warehouse. This data is going to be, we are going to pre-process this data. In the previous chapters we have learned about what is meant by pre-processing. So before going to store that data into data warehouse, it is going to be extracted, it is going to be cleaned, it is going to transform, it is going to be load, and it is going to be refreshed. These are the operations what we are going to perform. So first of all we are going to clean the data, that is unnecessary data, that is noisy data is going to be cleaned, or and we are after cleaning that data, the data is going to be transformed, like normalization, aggregation, classification, and that transformed data, that normalized data is going to be loaded into data warehouse. And so whatever the data that we have pre-processed, that is going to be extracted. See here, now from this the purified data is going to be stored in the bottom tier, that is called as data warehouse servers. So see here how the data warehouse server is. So here these are the data warehouse, and each data warehouse is going to be subdivided into smaller parts. They are called as data marts, and this data warehouse is going to be having metadata repository. What is the general meaning of repository? It is also one type of database. What it is going to store? Metadata. What is meant by metadata? Data about data. So from where we have got this data, how this data is going to be useful, what are the basic roots of this data, that is called as metadata, data about data. So next, so this data warehouse is going to be administrated and monitored. So for you people know what is the meaning of this monitoring and administration. Monitoring means we are checking whether there is any errors are going to be occur, or interferences are going to be occur. All this is going to be monitored. And administration means maintenance. So this data warehouse is going to be maintained by this administration. So these are the different parts what we are having in the bottom tier, that is called as data warehouse server. Next moving to middle layer, that is called as OLAP. You people know what is the full form of OLAP, online analytical process server. So here the data is going to be stored in the form of whatever the data that was in the warehouse, that data is going to be stored in the form of cubes. So these are the cube representation, online analytical process servers. So you people should know the difference between OLTP to OLAP. We have learned in previous classes. So OLTP is day-to-day transactions data is going to be stored, whereas OLAP is historical data. Huge amount of data is going to be stored. So this OLAP is going to be maintained by the managers or analysts, whereas OLTP is going to be maintained by clerks or daily usage members are going to be used. So now from this the data is going to be represented. This is the top tier front end tools. So by using the front end tools like querying, analysis and data mine, so we are representing the data in this fashion. So the top tier is nothing but front end tools. By using these front end tools, we are extracting whatever the data that we required from the OLAP server. So in the form of querying or in the form of reports, or we are analyzing the data, whatever the data that we have extracted, we are analyzing how it is going to be useful for what, for which type of scenarios it is going to be useful, and whatever the data that we are going to extract, that is called as data, is going to mined, and it is represented in the form of some graphs, some type of visualization. So finally the point what you have to understand here is, so whatever the data that we have stored or collected from different sources, that is going to be pre-processed, and it is going to be, first of all, it is going to be stored in the data warehouse. In the data warehouse, each database is going to be each data warehouse is going to be divided into data marts, and it is going to be having a metadata repository. And for all this we are having a two persons are maintaining, that is monitoring and administration. So from this the data is going to be stored in the form of OLAP servers, online analytical processing servers. So from these servers we are extracting the data by the front end tools. So this is about the overview of three-tier data warehouse architecture. So you can clearly read all these points what we are having in the each and every tier. That is, the bottom tier is a data warehouse database server, that is almost always a relational data system, relational database system. Backend tools and utilities are used to feed data into bottom tier from operational database or other external sources. So by using operational database or by using from external sources, we are feeding the data. What is the meaning of feeding? Giving input to the data, such as customer profile information provided by external consultants. So for example, they have taken an example, customer profiles, and what are the different types of customers we are having. So that information is going to be provided by external consultants, that is mediator. These tools are utilities perform data extraction, cleaning and transformation. So same point we have discussed here. So we are pre-processing this data. The collected information is going to be pre-processed by using some utilities perform data extraction, cleaning and transformation. So for what sake we are extracting this, why we are pre-processing this? For unified format, to get the data in a unified format. Next, the middle tier is a OLAP server, where the server that is typically implemented using either a relational OLAP. ROLAP means relational online analytical processing model, that is extended relation DBMS, that maps operation on multidimensional data to standard relational operations. So it will map the data which is in the multidimensional data to a standard relational operations. Relational operation, relational OLAP, ROLAP. So which is a extended relational database. So relational database means nothing but the data which is stored in the form of tables. So this is some of the extension version of RDBMS, that is ROLAP. So that will map the operations on multidimensional data to standard relation operations. So whatever the data that is present in the form of multidimensional, that is data cubes, that data is going to be mapped with the standard relation operations. Whatever the basic standard relation operations, whatever you are for that operations, it is going to be mapped. The data is going to be mapped. Or MOLAP, multi-dimensional online analytical processing model, that is a special purpose server that directly implements multidimensional data and operations. So it is a server that directly implements multidimensional data and operations are going to be maintained or done by the OLAP. So you people are having awareness about the what are the operations that we can perform on OLAP. So what are the operations that we can perform on OLAP? Roll up, drill down, slice, dice, pivot, all these are the operations that we can perform on OLAP. So these operations can be performed. So special purpose server that directly implements multidimensional data and operations. So directly it will implement the multidimensional data and operations. OLAP servers are, so we have discussed all these OLAP servers. We are going to discuss in the coming chapters in detail about what are the OLAP servers. Next, the top tier, that is front end client layer, which contains query and reporting tools, analysis tools. So these are the tools that we are using for querying and reporting, analyzing, and data mining tools for extracting the data. How easily, how efficiently to extract the data we are using. We should have these tools to extract the data from OLAP servers, or to analyze the data we should use these analysis tools, or to query and reporting we have to use these tools are going to be used. So this is about the three-tier architecture of a data warehouse. Next, you people know what is meant by enterprise warehouse. What is meant by enterprise? It is a organizational data warehouse. And it contains all the information about that particular subject spanning to the entire organization. For example, if at all it is the organization is regarding the manufacturing, so the data warehouse contains all the information regarding the what are the products that we can manufacture, how much cost it is going to happen, or how much budget we should allocate to manufacture this number of products, what are the number of orders that we have got from the customers. So like this, all information is going to be maintained by this warehouse. Next, what is meant by data mart? A data mart contains a subset of corporate wide data that is a value to a specific group of users. So here it will be used for a specific group of users. The meaning of specific group of users means the data that is going to be stored in this data mart are not going to be useful for all type of users. For example, if at all the data mart contains the data about manufacturing the products, so then this particular data mart will be useful only for that such type of people only, or the persons who wants to know about the manufacturing concepts. So that is called as a data mart contains a subset of corporate wide data. So corporate wide data means, so here which is we are going to useful only for some specific type of people only, that is a value of a specific group of users. The scope is confined to specific selected subjects. So whatever the example that I have given before only, so it is the scope and the topic is going to be explained in this data marts are for some specific group of people only. For example, marketing data mart may confine its subject to customer, item, sales. So this is one of the example. Next, virtual warehouse. What is the meaning of virtual? Anybody? Virtual meaning is which is not physically present with us. So we are by visualizing, we are viewing in such a way that whether it is physically present with us. A virtual warehouse is a set of views or operational databases. For efficient query processing, only some of the possible summary views may be materialized. So we can extract or we can use this database, a set of views over operational database for efficient querying processing. So a virtual warehouse is easy to build but requires excess capacity on operational database servers. So here it is easy to build but it requires excess capacity in operational database server. So here the point what we have to understand is virtual means which is not physically present with us. Though it is not physically present with us, we can able to use that particular device. For example, virtual keyboard. So though I am not having the keyboard with me physically present, though it is not present physically with me, I am presenting that in the form of a laser on the wall or on the any one particular pad, and I am using that keys for typing purpose. So this is the multi-tier data warehouse, the recommended approach for data warehouse development. So how to develop a data warehouse? So this is one of the approach what we are having. So see here, define a high level corporate data model. So it is used for defining one high level corporate data model. So the data is going to be given from data level to in the form of a data mart, and if at all we are having, if at all we want to do any modifications, then the model is going to be refinement. So many classes I told you what is the meaning of refinement. If at all you want to modify or if at all you want to purify the data, then again it is sending back to purify, to pre-process the data. What are the concepts that we are having in pre-processing? Data cleaning, data transformation, data loading, all these are the some of the pre-processing techniques what we are having. So this is the point about here, data marts. And if at all we are having any, if at all we want to do any refinements, then again it is going to be pre-processed. So in the same way we are giving this data to enterprise data warehouse also. In the above slide only we have seen what is meant by enterprise data warehouse. The meaning of enterprise data warehouse is it is used for one particular type of organization. Next, so from these data marts it is sent to distributed data marts. So where the data marts are going to be distributed to different locations. So again if at all we want to do any refinements, again it is going to be sent back to data model to refine that or to pre-process the data. So from the enterprise data warehouse also again we are sending the data to data multi-tier data warehouse. So this is one of the recommended approach what we are having to data warehouse development. So how we are improving the data that is present in the data warehouse, that is the concept that you have to understand here. So first of all it was stored in the data marts, and if at all you are not satisfied with that data, again you are refining that data. So in the same way you are giving that data to enterprise, one organization. So if at all they have not satisfied with that data, again they are going to refine that. So again then from here it is moved to next level, that is distributed data marts. So from here also if at all they have, so this is somewhat advanced, so this is somewhat developed version of the data from first layer to second layer. So again if at all they have not satisfied from here also in this layer also, still if at all they want to have, if at all they want to they want the data to be a purified version, again they are refining the data. Then it is moved to next layer, that is called as multi-tier, next tier, third level, that is third level of data warehouse. So this is how the development of data warehouse, how we can improve the efficiency of data that is present in the data warehouse. That is the point that you have to understand. And these are the data warehouse backend tools what we are having. So what are the tools that you are used, or the utilities that are used for backend development. Data warehouse system use backend tools and utilities to populate and refresh their data. Populate means to increase their data, and to refresh means to enhance their data with new points. The tools and utilities are data extraction, data cleaning, data transformation, load, fresh, all these are the backend tools what we are having. So data extraction means which typically gathers data from multiple heterogeneous data sources. You people know about this point. You people know about data cleaning also, which detects errors in the data and reflects them with possible. Data transformation is converting from one format to other format, for like normalization, which converts data from legacy or host format to warehouse format. Anybody, what is the meaning of legacy? In the previous classes I told you, older format. Next, load means which sorts, summarize, consolidate, compute views, checks integrity and builds indices and partitions. And we are arranging the data in the form of summarized data, or in the form of sorted order, or consolidated order, consolidate, combined, computes views in different view, like graphical view or cuboid view, like that. It is going to store relational view, that is tabular view, and checks the integrity. Integrity means how two or more tables are going to be connected, if at all there is any interconnection between the two tables, that integrity. And build indices and partitions. So we are arranging the data in a systematic manner, that is called as loading here. Next, refresh, which propagates the updates from the data sources to data warehouse. So which propagates the updates from data sources to data warehouse. So the general meaning of refresh means, in the system also you are having an option called as refresh, means which is going to update the data sources to the data warehouse. So whatever the data sources that we are having for a data warehouse, so those data sources are going to be updated. So this is about the data warehouse backend tools utilities. And you people know what is meant by metadata repository. Metadata, you people know what is meant by metadata, operational metadata. So these are the different points what we are having in operational data. Next, types of OLAP servers. All these are the different points what we are having in about the entire three tier. This is about the in detail view of the three tier structure of a data warehouse.